skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for Fournier.
And he's struggling with his shot these days, and the analytics bear that out. With the true shooting percentage heading down in these past 10 games, but guys, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a trend that he could reverse here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Smith. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the one spot. And for the Magic, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the three, the small forward. Fultz with the ball. Over in the corner, Isaac. Offline with his three. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Utah. Irving attacking. Jordan kicks to Harris. Pass to Smith from deep. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Fultz. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And I like how aggressive Fultz is. I mean, excellent breaking down the defense in the open floor with his speed. Fantastic work.
Left side, Jordan. Smith outside. The pass to KD. Jordan trying to free himself up. The shot by KD. No good. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. Ross with a wide open look. Traps in the tray.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
Here's Irving. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Fultz. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Over in the corner, Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Irving passes to Smith. Back to Irving. Irving double team. Smith for three. Here's Jordan. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Some guys check the league standings every day. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach when you played?
Hey, I didn't look at them much because we were a team that was struggling, Kevin. We were just trying to find our way to being competitive back in the early 80s with the Pacers. So I never got to the point where we were a team that was looking at the standings daily. And I avoided the papers pretty much throughout my career just because to me was a bit of a waste of energy and time. I had more things to focus on than where we were in the standings and what people might be saying and writing about us.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Ross. There's the triple. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith on the wing. Shoots over Isaac. And it's Smith missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Count that one from Isaac.
For a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Again, the miss by Smith.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Ross on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Pass to Isaac. Gordon against KD. 4 on the shot clock. Ross for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Now Smith following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. Almost, but it rolls out. Brooklyn's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Basket counts.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
The Magic have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Fultz. And Durant sends it back. For 3, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league. Doesn't love stats. Here are some numbers for Kevin Durant. He's averaging 30 points, 7 rebounds. And 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Gordon. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Utah. Now here's Fultz, covered by Irving. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. On the free throw, no good. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
That's an excellent starting list. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Ross finds Gordon. Some solid defense there from Irving. Nets leading by 3. Lobbed up there for KD. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And finished off by Fultz.
And Gordon using his cat-like quickness there to disrupt the passing lanes, leading to the transition hoop.
Pass to KD. Took him no time at all on that one.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And here's Fultz. 8 points for him. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Isaac. The pass to Fultz from the arc. Kept alive Orlando. Dinwiddie against Ross. Rebound Brooklyn.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. You take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
I mean, his range is about as long as it gets. I mean, you'd better have someone on him as soon as he crosses half court, or he just might drop a bomb on you.
You got to keep his airspace limited, right up in it. There have been a lot of great bombers at small forward over the years, and with that percentage of his, he's right up there with him.
And they get it back. It's Durant with the drive.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
For 3, Ross. They get the rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Nets up by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Al Farouk Aminu. Terrence Ross is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Bamba in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Sinks the three-pointer.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Durant. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Durant's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys, too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Payton outside. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. To the inside, Aminu, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Payton passes to Bamba. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize it.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Here's Sefolosha. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Ross for 3. Allen Allen with the rebound.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Right side, Kevin Durant. Over Aminu. Durant, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. And KD throws it down.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. Just got to marvel at his greatness.
Payton outside. They get a hand on it. Irving with the steal. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 5 assists in the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And here is Payton after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Payton kicks to Ross, launches it, buries it from 3-point range. Ross has got 7 now in this quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Now Payton following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Payton the bounce pass. Pass to Aminu. Magic moving the ball around. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Kyrie Irving. He's been dominant over the last month. He's getting around 20 points per, 13 assists, and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Irving. 17 points for J.R. Smith. The Magic trail by 13. Now Augustine, they look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Ross against Smith. And there it is for him. Ross has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
Irving finds Smith to the middle. Here's Chandler. Smith outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Magic making a switch here. Fultz is checked in. Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Lobbed up there for Chandler.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Passes it to Ross. Cloak loose. From past the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Nets. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Magic, a few slots below them.
And when I look at Orlando, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them. You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Fultz. They get it again. Ross passes to Bamba. Now here is Augustine. Sinks that one from the post. Augustine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Augustine really sizes up these floaters perfectly, Kevin. Makes it hard for the defense to get a hand up on time.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, flashing to the basket, just shooting a high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Irving with it, our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Here's Fultz. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Ross finds Gordon, and there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Bamba. And here's Fultz. Inside, Gordon. Bamba trying to break free. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Gordon. Pass to Smith. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Feeds to Gordon. Down low. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Isaac misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Magic trail by 8. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Fultz. Good D by Irving.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Here's Fultz. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Garrett Temple has checked in for Joe Harris. Nets leading by 10. Smith right side to the inside. Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Gordon. Good work defensively by KD.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Smith in the posts. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Payton, he's checked in for the Magic. Brooklyn on defense. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And the pass to Bamba. Here's Isaac. Another miss by Orlando.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 8. Yep, it counts. Payton's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
Smith for 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Smith the pass to Temple. Jordan trying to free himself up. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Friday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix.
And for that game against the Kings, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Much respect to Fultz for his attitude. Even when he gets bumped around, he stays with it. Superb body control.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Fultz. After the basket by Brooklyn, second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. Fultz has got 4 this quarter.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Smith. Smith drawing the double team. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got 25 points. The Magic trail by 14. Payton attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Payton, extreme quickness on the drive. Sometimes it's impossible for the defense to stay in front of it.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
That one is off. Greg Alfred Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Alfred Payton.
Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Orlando. And he sinks the second. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
The Magic trail by 15. Here's Payton. He's got 5. Passes it to Gordon. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 5 assists in the game.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Fultz gets it to go.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Dinwiddie finds Smith. To the middle. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Orlando with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, here's Payton. A beautiful reverse layup. Payton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Out to Smith. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Nets lead by 14.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
To the paint, stolen by Durant. And there there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad, just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
LeVert's checked in for Garrett Temple. Peyton looking around. Pass to Isaac. And there's the feed to Gordon. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. That's now 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's KD. The shot misses. Gordon with the defensive effort. Here's Isaac. The rebound by the Nets. 1 second left. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustin. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Gordon in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando. Aminu, sweet little floater.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now, here is Smith. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And that's now 30 points for J.R. Smith. Augustine against Dinwiddie. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fellow there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Augustine in the corner. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Augustine's got it back down to within single digits for Orlando. Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Isaac with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Augustine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Irving. Gets it to fall from the right block. And the Nets lead by 9.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Irving against Augustine. There's the pass to Ross. Back to Augustine. Fires from deep. Orlando gets it back.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
Here's Irving. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Now Augustine. Pass to Aminu. Augustine against Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Isaac. Shoots the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving kicks to Harris. That 3 off the mark. The Magic trail by 13. Isaac with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Isaac with the ball. Working on Allen. Count that one from Isaac.
And Isaac really a big-time player on the interior. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score the ball.
Here's Irving, and it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Isaac, guarded by Harris, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And the Nets also making a change. Chandler's checked in, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, long range from Bamba, really? Come on now. He's a new age center. A lot of these guys at 7 feet tall can shoot the 3, and he's one of them.
Down low, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that 2-hander.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Here's Irving after the Magic pick up 2. 16 feet away. Outside for KD. Shoots over Isaac. A nice shot by KD. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Durant has just such a fluid release, very efficient.
present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Outside Irving. The dish to Durant. Shoots over Isaac. The shot by KD. No good. The Magic trail by 9. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Irving, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammate.
Here's Fultz. Inside, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Irving surveying the floor. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now here's Fultz. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. The Magic making a switch here. Aminu's checked in. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Now here's Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Isaac. It goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert. Passes to Isaac. Here's Fultz. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them to within 10.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Irving finds Harris. Here's Jordan, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Well, Orlando shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Ross against Durant. No good from Ross.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Brooklyn.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for J.R. Smith.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Free throw, good, Irving. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. Prince is checked in for Joe Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Karis LeVert. Here's a 1-2. Frazier. It's good from long range.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Here's Aminu. Offensive rebound. Knocked away. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. So he gets them both. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Over Cephalosha. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Prince.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.